Okay, let's talk a little bit about crypto. Now, when we talk about your assets and your net worth, you're either going to loan or own things. You're going to own things that have value or you're going to loan money to people. Now, when you take 100% of that, we're going to teach you about asset allocation, and that's all part of the 7 steps. But people ask about crypto. And so crypto is a small portion of what we do. So as you took your overall net worth, most people's net worth is in their real estate. You had to have a place to live, so you bought it. The houses have gone up in value because of inflation and appreciation. So most people's assets are there, followed by in their investment accounts. Now, people are asking about crypto. Well, crypto is another way to move money around the world for goods and services, is really what it is. It's a high-tech way of doing that. Whereas right now, if you want to move money around the world, like us, we're giving our money away to students all over the world, it's kind of a challenge because we have to find different ways to do that. One of the easiest ways that we do that is with PayPal and Venmo. But crypto is another way to be able to do that. We're not really into this as an investment. We do own some as an investment, but just kind of this is more for educational purposes. So if you got 100% of your assets, if you want to put a little bit into crypto, and again, I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm just telling you what to do with mine. Take a small portion of that. I would do maybe a third of it into Bitcoin, a third of it into Ethereum, because Ethereum is the backbone that most of these work off. And then if you want to put some into some other venture ones, you can do that. But I just want you to understand how it works. Don't go bet the farm on one crypto. That's like going to Las Vegas and throwing the dice. We don't throw the dice when we go to Vegas. We invest in the casinos, is the difference. We're investors in the casinos, not throwing the dice trying to win something. So, Kurt, if you're there, let's talk about crypto and NFTs, mostly just so you can understand how it all works. Take it away, Kurt.
All right, Success and Money World Foundation. Hopefully, you're telling your family and friends, you're getting them enrolled using the affiliate program. We learn about a variety of different things on these calls, and I just wanted to add a little bit to crypto and NFTs. Things you need to know, whether you get invested or not, whether you do it or not. This tech is the future. It is happening. The tidal wave is starting. You can't put your head in the sand and say, well, I don't want to learn how to do it. It's too complicated. No, this is the future. Period. This is the future. The tech behind this is going to change everything. Remember, we called it Web 3, and you need to understand this. Again, whether you invest or not, it's up to you. This is not investment advice. You decide, but there's certain things about this tech that you need to know. Again, you can't be your grandma that didn't want to learn about social media or how to email or about the internet. This has to happen. So a little bit every week, 5-10 minutes a week. I'll give you some resources to take a look at. I've recorded some other videos to help you out to understand this tech. So when you hear this terminology, you know what's going on. Today we're going to focus a little bit on crypto, but mostly NFTs. But let's take a look at the market. A variety of places that you can go. This is CoinGecko, one of my two favorites. I also use CoinMarketCap. But there's some things you need to know here. There's over 15,000 coins. I mean, wow, that's pretty incredible. So over 1,000 exchanges, and the market cap with all these coins is over $2.2 trillion. It's up 1% today. Here's another good number to know right here, up top. This is Bitcoin dominance. That 54% of this 2.2 trillion is in Bitcoin. It is the biggest, it holds the most, and that tends to fluctuate depending on the market and what's happening. I've seen it in the 40s, I've seen it in the 60s, but that's kind of a gauge to see, are we staying in the biggest and best? Do we like to branch out and get to those altcoins? Remember, an altcoin is anything that's not Bitcoin. You see, as of today, Bitcoin's is around $61,000. Ethereum, number 2, 2,600. Remember, Tether's always at $1 because that's a stable coin. Always $1, always pegged to a currency. And it does other currencies too. There's other altcoins that do that. So you can know, this is where you know to get information. I also like different websites like Cointelegraph.com that just, if you want a little update, something about what's happening in the market, what governments are doing, what big companies, here's IBM. Ripple's going crazy, that's XRP. That's also in the top 10 when the U.S. court decided the U.S. government couldn't sue them for being a security because they're not a security. That's a whole nother story. Markets blowing up, advanced analytics. Everyone's trying to figure out what the presidential candidates are going to do in the United States. Some are pro, some are not. That could make a big difference since, remember, over 20 million Americans own crypto, and it's even bigger in some other countries out there that there's a lot of inflation or they don't trust their governments. There's also a great website if you want the basic, maybe a once-a-week video to let you know what's up to speed. I really like coinbureau.com. They're out of England, but they'll do a once-a-week video on Monday that'll just let you know what's happening and why. You can find it on YouTube under Coin Bureau. So that's a simple one you can use. I can recommend others if you want. But start basic, get some information. If you just want to know, a video a week. If you really want to get up to speed, maybe a video every day is something that you can do. So that's kind of a crypto update. What's happening? The ETFs, or the governments that are allowing banks and brokers to sell it, those are expanding rapidly. A lot of countries are accepting it more as legal currency. And again, the tech behind it. Let's get into that tech. So we've talked about this cryptography. Go back to the previous week's videos. You don't get it. I want to get into this NFT. This is something, whether you're buying a house or pretty much doing anything online, you need to understand what an NFT is. Now, it stands for, we're sitting down, non-fungible token. If you need to know, that's what it is. And I'm going to explain that here in a bit. But it's a non-fungible token. So I want to make this simple. You can easily get involved. I own hundreds of NFTs. A lot of people do. Some are worth a lot. Some are worth next to nothing. It just depends what it is. So it's popular because they increase in value and it solves many problems. It's the next big thing. It solves the digital problem. Let me give you an example. I'm an author. I write books. So if I send somebody an electronic version or PDF copy of my book through the internet, right? They purchased it, they paid for it. There is nothing stopping them from attaching that file and sending it to their 100 friends. Music's in the same category, but with NFTs, you have almost like a digital notary that's telling you if this is a real piece of artwork, a real piece of music, a real book from an author. Let me share a story with you. I was in Singapore doing a book signing. All right, those are always a lot of fun, going through it, signing the books, pretty good crowd. And this guy came in with all these papers, and I was looking at it. He's like, "Oh," I'm like, "What is this?" He's like, "It's your book. It was cheaper for me to photocopy it." Okay, or even cheaper to send it digitally online. With NFTs, this can't happen. Does not happen. So these NFTs, remember, non-fungible token, we're going to talk about what that exactly means, is pretty much a unique digital identifier that's recorded on the blockchain. Remember, the blockchain you can't alter, it's there. And it's used to certify ownership and authenticity. It can't be copied, it can't be substituted or subdivided. So anything digital, you know if it's real or not. Because when you buy this NFT or someone sends it to you, it's again recorded in the blockchain. It's transferred by the owner and by yourself and by a public blockchain, a public ledger. And the great thing is NFTs can be created by anybody. Even Adobe, right? That's a software that creates a lot of images. You could turn pretty much anything into an NFT. So you know exactly that you are the artist or whoever created it. You don't need any coding skills to create it. Think about it. If you were buying real estate, you could get the deed through the property and know it's real through an NFT. So artwork, photos, videos, and audios, and it doesn't have to just be one. If I'm an author and I want one of 10,000 books, then they know they bought 562. If it's a unique piece of artwork, there's only one, then you know it's the only one. If it was a baseball card, a digital baseball card, or any type of sports card, you wouldn't know if it was real or not. But with NFTs, you're like, yep, this is the only one. It's the unique one. No one else has it. Again, it could be a movie. It could be anything digital. That's why it's making noise, gaining traction. People love it. They can sell for millions of dollars. They can sell for $1, or you can give it away for free. Again, this is like a digital notary, someone that verifies it online that it's real, true, and belongs to you. Hey, I made a rhyme. All right. So let's continue with these use cases. Digital art, collectibles. So any artist can tokenize their digital creations. Again, one of 1,000, one of one. I'll show you some marketplaces where you can actually look at artwork and purchase it if you want it. Again, not financial advice. I'm just saying it's out there already. Gaming is huge. NFTs are used in the gaming industry to represent in-game assets like skins, characters, weapons, virtual real estate. See, in the past gaming, if you earned a sword or real estate or a character, all right, not much you could do with it. You play with it to be fun. But now anything I earn in a blockchain game, I can sell to people. Those that play Townstar know that you're earning NFTs every month. You can sell them, you can keep them, you can use them. They reward you NFTs just for playing the game. By the way, they changed the name to Common Ground World. Talked about music and entertainment, concert tickets, limited edition merchandise. It just gives any artist or musician, anybody in entertainment, greater control of their intellectual digital property. So you can purchase virtual real estate. If you've heard of virtual worlds or metaverse, they're out there selling digital property and you get an NFT deed for that property. That's a whole other interesting world in cryptocurrency or metaverses, where a whole other way to participate with other players. If you've ever seen Ready Player One, that's a metaverse and that's going to be happening. Talked about anything with sports memorabilia, trading cards, autographs, game-worn jerseys. You can use it for digital identification, digital identity, right? You can look on your phone and see your driver's license and they know it's real if it's an NFT. We could also know that anybody in content creation, like bloggers, YouTubers, podcasters, you know it's coming from them, it's not made up. And this is going to be important in AI, artificial intelligence, when you can make up a video. Now the person who's in the video can say, yes, this is me, I'm posting it, and you can know for sure, which is going to help any fake videos that are thrown out there. In fact, you can use NFTs for voting. Imagine, you just know everyone gets one vote. It's through an NFT. You get to use it once, and we don't have to have a lot of these conversations. So all of these can be used. So let's talk about this fungible thing so you can understand this new terminology. Fungible, non-fungible, it's pretty important in this world. So is it fungible? Now, it's kind of fun to say. You can say it 3 times, fungible, 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 but that's not what we're doing here. So what's fungibility as we're learning new words today? It's interchangeable. Fungibles are goods or things that I don't care which one I get. And it could be sold in bulk. For example, if I got a load of cement, I didn't want a specific load. I didn't want load 42. I don't care. Cement is cement. The government says that fungibility are goods that are interchangeable for commercial purposes and essentially have identical properties. And a lot of times they're used in production of goods, flour, cooking oil. Like if I needed cooking oil is cooking oil. I don't care. I could trade 1 gallon of cooking oil for another gallon of cooking oil, and it would not matter. It's interchangeable. So when things are fungible, they're interchangeable. I don't care which ones I get. Like gold, for example. Hey, if someone's going to give me a pound of gold, I don't care what gold it is as long as it's gold. If someone's going to give me a $100 bill, I don't care which one it is, what the serial number is, it's a $100 bill. That's fungible. A barrel of oil is fungible. I can exchange it. I don't care that I get the exact one that I want. So these non-fungible tokens, these NFTs, are pieces of digital content linked to the blockchain, like we talked about. They're in a digital database. Again, NFTs aren't fungible. So let's kind of go through a little drill here and kind of see exactly what's going on. Remember, NFTs are unique. They're not interchangeable. Like again, the cooking oil, the $100 bill, the barrel of oil. I don't care which one you give me, just give me one of them. So let's play the game. Is it fungible? Okay. And you kind of pick out, all right, is this fungible, non-fungible? So you can kind of get a feel for this new word, this new tech. So is it fungible? Let's talk about money. And I already gave you a little hint here. That's fungible, right? A dollar's a dollar, a euro's a euro, $100 bill's a $100 bill, a quarter's a quarter, whatever your currency is. I don't care. Give me one. I can spend it anywhere I want. It doesn't matter what the serial number is on a $100 bill. I can spend it anywhere I want. That is fungible. Artwork. Is that fungible? No, it's non-fungible. It's unique. The artist created it. Now, the artist can choose, this is the only one available, the only NFT available of this art. They might say 1 of 10, right, to keep the value up. But for the most part, artwork is non-fungible. So an airline seat, is that fungible? Trick question, because it's semi-fungible. If I'm flying from New York City to Manila, right? Hey, the plane's getting there at the same time, whether I'm sitting up front or in the back. So that's kind of the fungible part. The non-fungible is, the reason I say that is that I'm going to have a different experience in first class, business class, or way in the back of the plane. That's kind of the semi part to where, yeah, sure, we're all getting there at the same time, but we're having very different experiences when you're flying up front in first class versus in the back next to the restroom with all the fun crying kids. So baseball card, is it fungible? It's non-fungible, because with any type of sports memorabilia, baseball cards, whatever sport you want to insert here, they might only do 1 of 100 of a certain card, 1 of 1,000. Now you know exactly how many you own, what number you own. So it'll actually say on an NFT you own 562 of 1,000 if it was a baseball card type NFT. You remember this one? Gold, fungible. Again, I don't care where you got it, what mine you got it, as long as it's pure gold. I don't care where the kilo comes from. As long as you give me a kilo, doesn't matter. It's fungible. Gaming. We can go back and forth on this. Some of the stuff is fungible, but for the most part, it's non-fungible. You earned it. There's a limited amount. Some of the gaming companies out there might not do it quite that way, but for the most part, the way blockchain gaming is set up, you earn something, you own it. You can do whatever you want with it. There might only be 100 of them, and you can sell it to anybody online. You own it. That's the difference between a blockchain game and just a regular popular game you can purchase online. Concert seat, fungible? That's another one like the airline seat, semi-fungible. Again, you're hearing the same music, you're at the same concert, but sitting in the first row is much different than the grass seats in the back. Right? Sitting in the 10th row is much different than the last seats at the very end or the very corner. So that's going to be semi-fungible for the most part. But they do NFT concert seats. It really increases security. It gets rid of fraud because there's only one ticket available for your seat for that night, for that band, for that concert. Crypto kitties. I don't know if you've heard about this. They've sold these for millions of dollars. They're not even cute. Well, maybe you think they are. But each one of these, they've created hundreds of them, maybe even thousands. They're all unique. They're all different. One might have a blue tail, a pink tail, a green tail. It might have red eyes, blue eyes. It might be smiling. It might be frowning. It might have eyebrows. It might have ears. It might not. It was a big trend there for a while where people were spending a lot of money to purchase these. Each one is unique. So you know you only own the only crypto kitty that looks like that. For some people, that's all they need to do to spend a lot of money on their own crypto kitty NFT. Stock certificate. Fungible. Huh. Yeah. Just like $100 bill, if you're going to give me 1,000 shares of Berkshire Hathaway, I don't care what certificate it is. As long as I know that it's real and it says it, Berkshire Hathaway, I don't care what certificate you give me. Those are fungible. I don't have to have a specific certificate to purchase it. Medical data. Non-fungible. And this is a big thing the blockchain is going to do because all these doctor offices, these hospitals, they're sharing your data. And you don't want them to share the data. It's not their data. It's your data. And you can NFT your own medical data and decide who to share it with and what part of it to share it with. Not the whole file, not the whole thing. It's none of their business. And it's non-fungible because it's for you. It's unique to you. I don't want someone else's medical data, medical records. I want yours, and you have to decide whether you want to give it to that doctor. That is non-fungible. Football ticket, soccer ticket, any sports ticket, again, that's semi-fungible. Because you know it's that day, that event, who's playing. That's the fungible part. It's the semi part is, again, are you in the middle on the first row or are you on the very last row on the top, unable to see what's really going on? So that's kind of a trick question again, but I want you to understand the differences between fungible, semi fungible, and non fungible. I briefly mentioned this one. Oil is fungible. Again, a barrel of oil is a barrel of oil is a barrel of oil. Don't care. Don't care. As long as it's all the same. Just get me a barrel. I don't care what barrel it is. Copyrights, non fungible. Copyright's a copyright to where the author owns it, the publisher owns it. They can print so many of those books. It's copyrighted. We know that if you've sent an illegal copy, it is non fungible. Think about how it's going to change things on the internet. You just can't send things for fun. You have to own the copyright and own the NFT to send it to someone else, to sell it to someone else. And the author, musicians, they'll quit losing so much money because now it's all legit. So that's fungibility in NFTs. That's what you need to know. It's going to disrupt everything, change everything on Web3, change everything on blockchain. Now you get it. You know what's going on. If you don't understand 100%, that's fine. A little bit at a time, a day at a time, a week at a time, not going away. You have to understand it whether you invest or not. This is the future of the internet. This is the future of a lot of investing. This is the future to send digital items online and know they are legit. In fact, let me show you just a few, just so you know what's going on. This is OpenSea.io. That just sells NFTs peer-to-peer, right? You can sell any type of NFTs from gaming to whatever you want, and they have the price right there. In fact, let's search those crypto kitties. Click on it. Some are really cheap. Look at that. Or let's go to some of the high prices, high to low. This one right here is selling for 666 ETH. So based on today's prices, that's $1.2 million. Not saying to buy it, just saying. There's also a site called Rarible.com. Same type of marketplace. You can check that one out. You have Gala.com, the ones we were talking about. This is all the different gaming that you can do. Click on games. Common Ground World's one we've been talking about. Many of you have played before, but that's one. And then if you're really interested, Etherscan.com. It just keeps record. If you want to search blockchains, tokens, NFTs, it's public knowledge. You can search it right there. So there you have it. Fungibility, NFTs, you're up to speed. You know what's going on, you know what's happening, giving you some resources. Again, whether you do it or not, you have to understand it. And that's part of what we want to do at the Success of Money Foundation is educate you, help you for the future so you make good decisions, good financial decisions, learn about your financial future, learn how to invest, get out of debt, make a budget. You know, pat yourself on the back for being here and share this with friends and families and enemies. It makes a difference. You're not only rewarded for it through the Success of Money Foundation, it's the right thing to do to help people learn what they should have learned in school. It's going to change their life, their financial future, their children's financial future. You need to do that. So the goal, you know the goal. You're sharing it with 2 people. Share it with 2 people this week and make a difference. So this is about NFTs. It's key to understand how it works in your future. Spend a little time each week learning more about blockchain, altcoins, cryptocurrencies, Web3, because you'll be ahead of the game because you'll understand the game. There you have it. Become better, learn about it, and as you know, go out and make the world a better place.
Thanks, Kurt. And again, as we talk about crypto and NFTs and things like that, and a lot of this is just for your educational purposes to understand what it is. As you take all your assets, you know, if you want to do a little bit with crypto, you can. I have a little bit of crypto as well as part of my whole asset base. And again, I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm just telling you what to do with our money that we send to you. But if you want to take a little bit of it, I'd take maybe a third of it and put it into Bitcoin. It's the biggest, the mostest. It's the big powerhouse that's out there. Maybe take a third of it to Ethereum because that is the Microsoft DOS system. That's the operating system for many and most of these other cryptos. So it's got a lot of stuff running on its backbone. And then if you want to, you know, there's I don't know how many other coins. You can roll the dice on some of those if you want to, but not very much. Anyway, that's what I would recommend that you do if you're interested in crypto. It could be a small part of your asset allocation. That's for you to be able to decide. But thanks for watching, everybody. We're going to be right back. Thanks for watching.